Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman. So, what would you like to learn today? What was that? I'm having a little trouble hearing you, but I'm going to assume you said, Mr. Hoffman, I want to learn how to add chords to row, row, row your boat. Great! That's just what I was hoping you would say. That is what you said, right? Please say yes. Okay, let's get started. All right, for row, row, row your boat, we're going to need two different chords, the 1 chord and the 5/7 chord. The 1 chord is built on do, mi, and so of the pentascale, like this. Let's try to play that with our left hand, which will be in charge of the chords. Place your left hand on the D flat major pentascale, and using finger 5, 3, and 1, try to play the 1 chord. Should sound like that. Good. Now, I'll place these back to show us the 1 chord. When we play a 5/7 chord, do moves a half step down to T. In this case, a half step below D flat would be C. And mi moves up a half step to fa, which in this case would be G flat. So now these 3 notes make the 5/7 chord, which we'll play with finger 5, 2, and 1, like this. So remember, fingers 3 and 4 will float gently in the air, and you play it like that. Can you try that with me? Let's play it 3 times. Ready? And. Good. An optional way to play the 5/7 chord is just using fingers 1 and 2 on A flat and G flat. If it's too awkward to add in your pinky, that's fine. But the full version would be all 3. All right, now we're going to try singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat while we play the chords. Basically, we'll play a chord every 3 beats, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The whole song is 1 chords until we get to life is but a dream. On the word life, we change to a 5/7 chord. And then on but, we also are playing the 5/7 chord. And then on the word dream, it goes back to a 1 chord. Let's practice that together. We're going to sing Life is But a Dream, play 2 5/7 chords, then return to the 1 chord. Ready, go. Life is but a dream. Good. One more time. 2 5/7 chords, Life is But a Dream. Go. Life is but a dream. Nice. Now let's try the whole song. Sing along and play the chords. Ready, go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Nice job. Now, the next step would be to try playing the right hand melody while your left hand plays the chords at the same time. Let me show you what that will sound like once. You probably noticed that since the left hand had to cross over, you're going to have to take a break from playing the chords during the merrily, merrily, merrily part, but then it's back in place in time for Life is but a dream. Great, now press pause and try that on your own. You're going to play chords in the left hand while your right hand plays the melody. You'll only play chords on beat 1 of each measure. So you'll notice sometimes the right hand will be playing a note while the left hand doesn't play anything. Like gent, on the word gent, they play together, but on li, the right hand's playing by itself because that's on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make sense? So now press pause, practice on your own, then press play when you're ready to see some more advanced ways to add the chords. Okay, so now you know how to play chords for Row, Row, Row Your Boat. But the cool thing about chords is there are actually so many ways you can do it. Instead of just playing them all three together like this, which we would call a blocked chord, you can also do broken chords, which is where you play the notes one at a time, like an arpeggio. Do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, mi, so. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, you play one note on each beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that would sound like this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Now we cross over. Merrily, 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 merrily. Now you've got to find the 5/7 chord, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The same three notes as the 5/7 chord, but now one at a time for Life is But a Dream, like this. Life is but a dream. And then you can end on a do. That would be one advanced option you can try. Another advanced option is called the, not so technically, but you could call it the pa accompaniment, which is you play do, and then you turn mi and so into a two-note chord like this. Pa, 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 pa. Do by itself on beat 1, and then mi and so together, staccato and gently. So it doesn't sound pa, pa, but pa, 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 pa. Row, row, row your boat. Now you know two advanced ways that you can make chords sound even more interesting, either broken or pa, pa. So for fun, if you'd like an extra challenge, you can try out those more advanced versions too. Great job learning how to add chords to Row, Row, Row Your Boat. By the way, if that's not actually what you wanted to learn about today, you could leave me a comment below about what you'd really like to learn. I'll read your comment, and maybe in the future, I can make a lesson for you about whatever it is you want to learn. I want to say thanks for being a great piano student. Have fun practicing, and I'll see you next time. Dear Mr. Chef, what you doing? Well, Mr. Hoffman said we could tell him whatever we wanted to learn about, so I'm leaving him a comment on his website to ask my question. I see. H-O-F-F. Wow, a new comment on my site. Oh, looks like it's from Chef. Dear Mr. Hoffman, I'm looking for a new hairstyle. I didn't even know Chef had hair. So my question is, how do you get your hair to do that wave thing? Has it always done that? Your friend, Chef. That wave thing? Well, Chef, I'm certainly no hair expert, but I'm happy to try and answer your questions. My hair is naturally wavy, and believe it or not, I've pretty much been using the same hairdo since high school, and that was over 20 years ago. Interestingly, about 2 or 3 years ago, I heard somewhere that most presidents of the United States, and Superman too, by the way, part their hair on the left, not on the right like me. So I thought I'd try a left part and, see what it did for me. But then I realized I don't even want to be president. So I went back to my old right part, and it's been pretty much the same ever since. So, to get this look, basically all I do is step 1, get my hair wet. Step 2, towel dry it a little. Step 3, apply some gel. Step 4, just kind of go like this with my fingers for a while until I like it. And voila. Well, Chef, I hope that helps. Oh yes, thank you, Mr. Hoffman. It really has helped. Yep, it's done wonders for me too. Gah, gah.